Honestly, I thought everything would be fine if I endured for a month or two, but it continued to get worse. My business is about bringing a large audience to a location for an event. I've weathered natural disasters and freak situations, but nothing like this. Last week, a few employees came to me and told me that they were leaving because the company was having a difficult time. They asked me to bring them back when everything returned to normal. I was determined to hang on no matter what, but now I have lost all hope. I just choke up several times a day. I also met a college buddy a few weeks ago. As a 57-year-old professor, he is only about 8 years from retirement. He said that he's actually busier than before, trying to adjust to the online class system now that colleges have stopped giving in-person classes. I predicted that the world would come to this point eventually, but I'm flustered because it came so abruptly. Professors are scrambling to deliver online classes. At first I thought things would get back to normal, but this is unnerving. I'm afraid that I might have to continue online classes until the end of the year. I don't see any point in starting offline classes either, because once we have a single confirmed case in the class, we'll be right back to online classes anyway. Everybody is in a panic right now. Professors, the college, and students, because we don't know how to teach and learn or in what environment. Everybody was intimidated by the coronavirus. Even the talented, passionate businesswoman and the university professor with outstanding analytical skills. Everyone struggled to get through each day, and I was not an exception. I simply couldn't keep feeling this confusion. With a sense of urgency, fearing that we might never go back to the old life again, I started studying. The balance of my bank account was quickly draining, making me toss and turn, sleepless until dawn. I was desperate beyond words. I was facing a matter of survival for both my family and company. For several months, I've read thousands of pages of reports, met experts from all walks of life, and read page after page in newspapers, searching for clues to understand this new world. And then I arrived at a clear conclusion. This isn't coming to an end. The world as we knew it is over. We are already living in the new normal. Coronavirus will never come to an end. COVID-19 is marked by its powerful contagiousness. Unlike SARS or MERS, which had a low mortality rate, COVID-19 is so highly contagious that a single person can infect hundreds of people at a single large gathering. This infectious power caused our society to disintegrate instantly. Social distancing was the best response that we found to the mad spread of the coronavirus. However, after a few months of social distancing, life didn't seem like a life anymore. I questioned whether this would ever stop. Even if we were to develop a vaccine, it was hard to believe that it would solve all our problems. As questions kept mounting in my mind, I met Choi Jae-chun, a chair professor at Ewha University. I thought that if anybody could give me clear answers on the nature of the coronavirus and what the future might be, he was the one. When I asked him if we were ever going back to our previous routines, he told me, "The spread of the coronavirus might slow down, but it will never come to a complete stop. People wish to hear that it has ended, but how can a virus end completely?" "Do you mean that we have to keep living like this?" I asked. If humans continue to destroy the ecosystem to the point where we change the climate as we do now, a variety of other creatures besides bats will carry some type of deadly virus and strike us every 2 to 3 years. I mean, viruses will strike us at a speed faster than humans can develop vaccines for them. Then what do you suggest we do? I blurted the question out of desperation. I call social distancing a behavioral vaccine. The only vaccine available for us at the moment is this behavioral vaccine. Going forward, we may have to learn how to coexist with viruses in the form of social distancing. Professor Choi's advice was sincere and born of having dedicated his entire life to the calling of being an ecologist. After leaving his office, one word lingered in my mind: coexistence. My illusion that the current situation is only temporary was also slowly disintegrating. The coronavirus induced massive tipping point. Malcolm Gladwell, author of The Tipping Point, equates the spread of the virus to the concept of a social epidemic. According to him, all social epidemics have a tipping point, a moment where they break loose. The concept of the tipping point can also be applied to marketing, and it is a marketer's job to proactively promote and sell a product or service until it becomes a trend or reaches a tipping point and makes many people purchase the product or the service. This time, however, all industries have reached a tipping point without having to spend money on marketing. In other words, coronavirus has played the role of a global marketer for